Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. But they're not secret in the sense that secret in the sense that they're classified.
For now, know that every border you cross, every purchase you make, every call you dial, every cell phone tower you pass, friend you keep, article you write, site you visit, subject line you type, and packet you route is in the hands of a system whose reach is unlimited, but whose safeguards are not. You are well aware of the threat that unrestricted, secret police pose for democracies.
The AnonCom 4G LTE is a new, powerful, and versatile Android-based phone that puts you in control. A built-in fingerprint scanner protects your phone from physical intrusion. Encrypted email service protects email between you and your private contacts. Individual applications, such as your photo or movie galleries, can require additional fingerprint verification. The motion detection camera operates in stealth mode, automatically sending the photos or video where you designate. Additional features include NFC wireless for payments convention, double tap wake up, control via gesture sensing, and you can even customize this item with your personal gestures for automated task control and operations. Channel in your communication needs through dual SIM ports, with dual standby, giving you the options of controlling which global network you want to connect to. Anonymous private browsing protects your privacy while surfing the web, protecting your identity and location. With a powerful key to use, the AnonCom 4G supports all the most popular video and audio formats, while the super fast download speeds allow for smooth streaming of high-quality media. A smoother user interface, with an easy swipe menu, giving you instant access to your favorite applications. Video calling is simple and straightforward over the fast 4G LTE connection, giving you higher quality and stability. Amazing high-definition 1280 by 720 resolution on a 5-inch screen protected by 3rd-generation Corning Gorilla Glass. 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of phone storage, expandable up to 128 GB. And even includes a Sony 13-megapixel main camera.
Does the NSA intercept Americans' cell phone conversations?
No.
Google searches?
No.
Text messages?
No.
Amazon.com orders?
No.
Bank records?
No.
That the NSA and the FBI are tapping directly into the central servers of 9 leading internet companies, including Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, Facebook, AOL, Skype, YouTube, and Apple. The Post says they're extracting audio, video, photographs, emails, documents, and connection logs that enable analysts to track a person's movements and contacts over time.
Infringement on American civil liberties, probably of all time.
So, does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
And a new revelation about domestic surveillance by the U.S. government. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that U.S. Marshals have been using small planes to intercept cell phone signals and collect caller data. All phone calls in the area are swept up in the operation, with a flight range that covers pretty much most of the population in the United States.
People are targeted not so much because they're criminals or terrorists. They are targeted because of beliefs that the government doesn't find popular, or that certain groups decide we want to, shut these people down. Environmentalists, we want to start, looking at them.
That cell tower you think you are connecting to might not really be a cell tower.
It's essentially a fake cell phone tower.
Found Oakland has one, so does LA, San Francisco, and San Jose.
Our phones, individuals' phones, businesses' phones, the phones of government officials, are all vulnerable. It may be time to evaluate the status quo when any hacker or identity thief or private investigator can build one of these things and park it outside of a Silicon Valley office or a bank or a law firm and Intercept calls. There are Israeli companies and Spanish companies and French companies and Chinese and Indian and Russian who sell it to basically anyone who shows.
But apparently the Constitution no longer applies. Here's one from the Iowa City Police Department. Do not mention to the public or the media the use of cell phone technology or equipment used to locate the targeted subjects.
Oh, why not?
Because it is wildly illegal and unconstitutional. In California, they've developed clone phones, the police departments have, and they use them to download text messages even while your phone is turned off. And that scares the bejesus out of me, man.
Using these techniques, you can intercept phone calls for 1,000 times less money than the commercial systems that do exactly the same thing. You know, how do we fix this? The reality of it is that there is no good solution. Treat it like voice over IP. Just use it as a data network. Treat it like the internet. Encrypt everything that goes across it. Just don't trust it.
Korean espionage is not required to electronically stalk someone. Listen to live calls, view photos, read call logs, dominate other people's cellular phones. She can even secretly conference herself into any of his calls and listen in from anywhere she has service.
Yeah, too bad you can't have somebody come out just to vacation with you.
I just can't believe that they have no clue that I'm now listening to this conversation.
As mobile technology advances, he says professional hackers are moving from computers to phones.
It isn't just thrill seekers trying to spy on people. It's really a criminal operation where they want to get personal information, financial information that they can use.
It's hard to tell if a phone's been
Tim,
bugged.
is there any way? Now, obviously it was a voicemail. They could try to get the phone companies to give that up at this point. But if it's not a voicemail, it's just a conversation. There's no way they actually can find out what happened, right? Unless she tells them.
No, there is a way. We certainly have ways in national security investigations to find out exactly what was said in that conversation. It's not necessarily something that the FBI is going to want to present in court, but it may help lead the investigation and/or lead the questioning of her.
So
we can certainly
it's being
find that out.
digitized, or they can actually get that, because people were saying, look, that wouldn't be possible.
Yes.
It's pretty incredible what you're saying.
No, welcome to America. All of that stuff is being captured as we speak, whether we know it or like it or not.
Note to self, as Deb Farrick just said here, yeah.
Should we just call privacy completely dead?
That's correct.
That's really scary, because when you think about it, this little tiny thing that I carry around with me, I mean, it holds so much of our personal information these days, right? Every email, every text message, every picture, every video. It's almost kind of scary how much we depend on these little things. There's a lot of Americans that are probably saying, hey, I have nothing to hide. Go ahead, search my phone. But you said that a lot of us are probably guilty of committing crimes and we don't even know it? What do you mean by that?
A girl was arrested on a New York City subway for eating a French fry. It's incredibly easy for the cops to find something you've done that's illegal. So it's really hard to know for sure that there's nothing on your phone that might land you behind bars, given how many laws we have.
That is really crazy.
So encrypting it is the only really surefire way to make sure police can't access it. The problem is not a lot of phones actually let you encrypt it. It's not an easy thing. It's not a common feature.
Well, that's no good. I think maybe I need to throw out my phone.
You think you are private when you're talking on your cell phone. Well, think again.
Any communication that you initiate, a voice call or an SMS or internet communication, I can monitor that using this device.
The devices are legal, but Andrew says criminals could potentially exploit this.
One thing everyone seemed to notice, including us, was a sudden lack of cell phone service, especially when some realized it was not a random outage.
Actually, the media relations people made that decision.
I don't know because the tactics that the cops use, I'm not always privy to.
He specifically said it was the public relations department that made the decision to turn off the cell service.
We suggested it.
And you have to ask yourself, do you have a fundamental right to cell service? Arab rulers did the same thing during these anti-government uprisings the past year or so. I mean, doesn't that violate basic freedoms?
Doing it as total public policy, where it is unbridled censorship, where you're shutting down things and only the lawmakers at the helm are deciding for how long and for what purpose, that is dangerous. We could end up living in a police state if
But the judges and the DA even said that they didn't know that you had one of these devices. Why is that?
I have nothing more to say to you.
Isn't it shocking that prosecutors and judges don't even know when the Stingray is being used, in what cases?
Even that, this is the police department that, according to the Wall Street Journal article, said they'd used Stingray at least 200 times since 2010 without telling any judge. And here's their reason. The device manufacturer made the police department sign a non-disclosure agreement that the police claim prevents them from disclosing what they're going to do to the courts.
President Obama's Justice Department now not just defending Bush officials from lawsuits surrounding National Security Agency domestic spying, but seeking to expand the government's authority by making it immune from any legal challenge regarding wiretapping, ever. Welcome to change you cannot believe in.
The U.S. government used AT&T's cooperation to spy not only on overseas communications, but to vacuum up virtually all of America's use of the internet for years. Email, Googling, web surfing, you name it. It involved not just AT&T customers, but virtually every internet and telecommunications company, and virtually all email and web traffic in the country, without a warrant, without any mechanism for separating domestic from overseas, without separating suspect from citizen.
Cell phone users beware, Big Brother may be listening. The Federal Bureau of Investigation can now hear everything you say.
We're not mining through the personal lives of innocent Americans.
Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. Nobody is listening to your telephone calls. But they're not secret in the sense that